Hi friends, today I want to invite you to a little journey with me. Lately, I've been sketching outside more and more, and many of you have mentioned that you'd love to join me to all my sketching session. And I really love this idea because sometimes I really miss to have people nearby me during my sketching session. And I told this to my husband, and then he came up with a really cool idea. I'm not entirely sure if it will work or not, but let's give it a try. I'll tell you a little bit more about this idea later, but before we dive in, here's a quick intro for those who don't know me. Hi, my name is Emma and I'm self-taught illustrator. I make art for living, biking around, sketching a lot, and I always on lookout for cute houses and magical places. I live in a wonderful cozy town in the Netherlands with canals and mills, surrounded by green fields and trees, nearby the North Sea and dunes. Here I'll be sharing my slow living lifestyle as an artist, where I find an inspiration and much more. But before we begin, I really want to share my first impressions, why I love the sketching outside and why I really want to convince you to sketching outside too. Because I was like a big skeptic before. I believed that sketching outside is like a waste of time. Probably a waste of time. It's too hard to say, but I was like, yeah, it's so comfy to be home. Why should I do this? It's like, doesn't make sense. But after the summer, I completely changed my mind, and now I want to share why. First, when you're sketching outside, you notice your surroundings more. Familiar places in your neighborhood can suddenly seem beautiful and interesting to sketch, especially if you're feeling stuck in your routine. And when you're drawing at home, it's comfy that we have so much time and everything we need, but it's easy to get sidetracked by YouTube or Instagram or other stuff. We might end up spending hours on one drawing or just forget what are we doing and can't even choose the materials because we have everything at once. Outside, with less time and fewer distractions, it's much more easy to stay focused on sketching. But one of the biggest game changing for me was shaking up my routine. After years of drawing at home and sticking with the same habits, with the same things, I realized I need something new to break out my route. Without change, progress is really slow. When I started sketching outside, the new environment made me see things differently kind of, and it was a bit scary at first, but after a few sessions, I learned more about myself and art than I had in years, and stepping out of my comfort zone brought fresh energy and excitement. For example, I noticed when I stand, my brush moves differently and my lines and my strokes become much more lively and energetic. Also, when you're drawing at home using references, the composition is already set and you don't have to make any choices. This can make your art feel like repetitive and a bit dull because you stick with something familiar and you don't have to do any choices as an artist. But when you're sketching outside, you have to decide what to draw and how to arrange everything on the paper. And this was the moment when I really realized how you truly learn composition. There are no shortcuts. This is the real way how to improve your art skills. Plus, being in a new surrounding always sparks new connection in your brain, making your creativity work much better. When you always draw at the same desk at home, you tend to rely on the same techniques and most of the time the same topics too, and being outside is a different places is help you break out this routine and it help you really think much more creatively. Besides that, when you're drawing outside, you get much more information. I used to hear that from other artists and I didn't quite get it because I thought photos had all details I need. What are you talking about? But when you're outside, you really feel the place. You see how leaves move, how grass and brushes intertwine. And in a photo, you might focus on one object, but in a real life, different things can inspire you. And this extra information can really enhance, impression of this sketch and give you the real atmosphere of this place. All right, and the last thing I want to say about open air activities, why it's cool, because I believe it's kind of the best way meditation for artists, because when you're sketching outside you forget about everything. Plus it's amazing activity for artists. Second, you get a lot of fresh air, you get a lot of vitamin D, you have some physical activity, and literally, like when you're outside, you forgetting about everything, because like, when I'm like at home, I'm thinking about like other stuff and so much many distraction I mentioned before, but it's like the best way to meditate. I hope I convinced you, and I hope those of you who never sketch outdoors might give it a try. But I know it's not always easy, so today I'm inviting you to join me for some sketching at a beautiful spot not far from my hometown. And yeah, let's grab our materials and go!
I don't mind saying I roll out of bed and I roll up. Ooh, stretch my back and legs. Well, now what did the younger me become? I make some coffee and plan a night, 'cause I don't know it's an eggs. Blow my cares away. Ooh, prepares me for the things that come. Yeah, beautiful morning, keeping me alive when the darkness comes. Ooh, that kind of morning.
It's probably one of my favorite road ever. Oh my god. It's not my first time, but every time... Oh, this is a train.
Don't break no promises, sing in a key that your body believes. Ooh, I'm making my way out of the city. I need more time in the garden. Beautiful morning, keeping me alive when the darkness comes. Ooh, that kind of morning, it's the natural feeling that you make it through.
Alright, here we are. Now let's take a little walk and see how everything is set up here. And let me tell you about this amazing spot. We find out it during COVID times, because when everything was closed during lockdown times, we were working together with Dima mostly like every day, and we start discover some really nice spots around neighborhood. And we find this Nijnburg estate. I'm not sure if I pronounce it well. It's a beautiful place with a fascinating story, which I can't find really exact the story. I really tried to Google it. Probably some Dutch people will know it. If you would know, please let us know more information in the comments. So, but literally this place were created in 19th century, to be more precise in 1710, and the owner creates some special view paths from the main house. It's called Westerland, and on June 21 the sun set perfectly along this path, making the start of the summer. It's a magical moment that only happened once in a year. The trees are lit up by the last ray of the sun, and the local gather to with picnic and enjoy this moment.
So this is a special day. You can even meet a forest stranger who will welcome you and answer all your questions about Ninepur. Oh my goodness, it's really hard to pronounce for me. But honestly, it sounds absolutely amazing. But I don't know exactly if it's true. I just found out about it while preparing for this video. But this year I'll definitely check it out if it's true for sure. And now I'm going to find out the best place to sketch this beautiful house.
Unfortunately, I can't come really close to the castle. The owner let you walk around, but you can't come pretty close for the castle, for the building. But we can draw the trees and probably castle from far. It's also fine.
Alright, I think we found the perfect place and I invite you to join me and sketch along. For the next 10 minutes, probably more, I'll be showing you the place we are sketching and sometimes I'll be showing what I'm doing, like updating on my progress. And I'll try to show you as many details as possible from my spot, and sometimes I will change the angle just slightly to give you a better sense of depth in the scene. And if you can't draw right now or you don't want, you can just simply use this part as meditation in your background. That's it for today. Thank you so much for your attention and taking time to watch my video. I really appreciate if you could let me know if you like this format or not. I'll definitely to keep exploring the Netherlands, sketching in beautiful places, and I definitely will be looking for some magical fairy tale houses and spots. So, how do you feel about the option to sketch along with me? As I wrapping up my video, I just wondering if it might be better to make this sketch along video separately or no. Okay, I have to think about it. And that's it. Goodbye and big hug. See you soon.